on the first 7 shots, though. How about the numbers you have on Hellebuck on the road? And what do you think about the Blues forcing a Game 7 tomorrow?
I like them to force a Game 7. I mean, Hellebuck just one win in his last 9 road playoff games. The Blues have won 14 in a row at home. They're going to have to play much better, though, than they did in Game 5. That was, Jim Montgomery talked about it. We were just awful, plain and simple. So it's, put that game away, come back home and right the ship. But, yeah, I think
Hastings College softball is on the air. And this is In the Dugout. Brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Located at 2800 Osborne Drive East in Hastings. Now let's go to the field for today's game.
And welcome back to Fremont at Chaplain Field. After a long last wait, we finally get ready for more Great Plains Athletic Conference softball action as the Hastings College Broncos get set to do battle with the Dordt Defenders. Action being suspended here in this conference tournament. Last night, after Hastings College took on Midland University, fell by the score of 3-2. Dordt and Morningside got underway, and then the rains came back after being delayed by about 2 hours to begin the tournament, which was supposed to get slated at noon yesterday. Ultimately starting at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon with Midland and Hastings College. They complete one game, and Morningside and Dordt complete just one inning. Actually, in the bottom of the first inning when the rains came back and play was ultimately suspended. Rain continued through the night. This field this morning was puddles. And ultimately deciding to begin play with the resumption of the Dordt and Morningside game at 1 p.m. That game concluded earlier today with Morningside taking the victory over the Dordt Defenders, and then Morningside taking the victory over top-seeded Midland just a few moments ago, as Morningside is now in the championship round here on the Midland portion of things, which could be getting underway again tomorrow at about 3 o'clock. 2 o'clock is the expectation with that one. We have the elimination game here between Dordt and Hastings College. The winner slated and scheduled to play tomorrow afternoon at noon. So if Hastings College wins, they'll be playing Midland once again for the 4th time in just the span of 8 days. That's what's on tap here for the Hastings College Broncos, and what is at stake? A chance to play Midland again for the 4th time in just 8 days, but the stakes obviously much higher. The winner of that matchup then playing Morningside in the 4 o'clock time frame. The 2 o'clock time frame in that would have to be best of 3. Morningside with the advantage. They have not lost here in this double elimination format. Hastings College, again, a heartbreaker yesterday. Comeback that fell just short. Bases loaded opportunity in the top of the 6th inning. Midland is able to dance out of danger. Score one in the top half of the 7th. Bottom half of the 6th. Hastings couldn't respond in the top half of the 7th, and Midland goes on to win a 1-run ball game, and that's kind of been a story here for Hastings College this season. But Hastings College, an opportunity nearly over 24 hours removed since that time, has had the opportunity to rest a few players. They'll be able to throw their ace back in the circle once again to take on this Dordt Defender team. Dordt beating Hastings College at home in the Dome, which is another storyline for perhaps another time, as we have just been dealing with rain shower after rain shower here in Fremont, and we're hoping to get this one in. We have some overcast skies that are starting to creep in here to the ballpark area, so we're crossing our fingers and hoping to play ball here in just a few minutes between Dordt and Hastings College. You're listening to In the Dugout, brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Automotive. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, a conversation with Troy Baker, the head man for the Hastings College Broncos. It's all coming up as our Hastings College softball coverage continues here on Extreme Sports.
There's a noticeable difference when you walk into Tom Dinsdale CDJR in Hastings. You can't miss the exceptional customer service that we're known for, or the huge emphasis we place on providing unsurpassed vehicle service with experienced technicians and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. At Tom Dinsdale, we take tremendous pride in serving our friends, family, and neighbors throughout central Nebraska. See for yourself. Stop by Dinsdale CDJR today.
GPAC softball coverage continues here on Extreme Sports as we get set for a consolation ladder matchup with the Hastings College Broncos and the Dordt Defenders. Troy Baker, head man, joins us for a few good minutes here in the dugout, and I think top story and really the only story as far as the week has been concerned has been Mother Nature playing us no favors, certainly with the way yesterday played out and ultimately getting pushed over into today. And guess what? It's windy again today. Tell me something I haven't heard about this softball season. But you got to put all those distractions aside and play ball here, and an opportunity to get one that really had kind of stung earlier this year against the Dordt squad, Coach.
Yeah, it's kind of a redemption kind of a day. Yes, it's windy. We're used to it. You know, it's probably a godsend that we probably did not play last night. I was telling my wife and family that I have never driven on a bus after a game where there was not one peep. They were so distraught of what happened. You know, they thought they let one get away from them, and they did. And it should sting. And that's a great sign that your team cares and wants to win and wants to be here and make a little damage in this tournament. Yes, Dordt the best thing is we're not inside. We don't have any goofy dimensions, ceilings, netting, whatever you want to say. It's going to be two teams that are going to be fighting to the end and seeing who wants to last until tomorrow.
As far as the matchups are concerned, the extra day of rest does give you an opportunity to throw KB back-to-back games. KB, from the naked eye, you look at the stat line and you're thinking that she probably threw a pretty good game, but we know she's certainly capable of more, and I think she's hungry to go out and continue to dominate in the circle like she has all season today.
Yeah, yesterday, they jumped her in the first inning. Couple lefties, got a couple pitches, drove them to the gaps and got doubles. After that, she settled in, did what she usually does. A couple plays we made behind her, which was awesome, and then they just got her in the bottom of six. And I think she would say the same thing. She didn't have her A game, maybe a B- kind of a game, And the first time we faced her, it was 3-3 in the fifth, and then they jumped her, and it was too late, and we got her out of there, and the game was basically over. So I know she wants to end on a positive, whatever that means. It is going to be a little bit a harder day to hit because every time we've gone to Midland this year, the wind's been blowing the opposite way. Today, it's something right in our faces. It'll be cuckoo, which we're used to playing at the complex, and hopefully we can stick around and last until tomorrow.
Coach, let's just talk a little bit about the mentality right now within this Bronco dugout, because it's been a hurry up and wait. And I think, even today as we were getting ready to head out to the field today, I just heard a lot of chatter like, I just want to get on the field and play. Just want to get on the field and play. How hungry are they to wash that taste out of their mouth from yesterday and to start moving forward in this thing?
Well, one, I think half our team is sick.
Yeah.
We had to go get medicine. We had a kid go to urgent care. No excuses. It's not an excuse. I'm just telling you, this is what's happening. There is people that are healthy and ready to go, and there's other people who are just going to bite their lip and give me everything they can for as long as they can and go from there. We still have those 6 seniors that are all here. This could be it for them, so hopefully they get an opportunity and want to go out on top.
Again, Troy Baker joining us here on the pregame show as we get set for the Broncos and Dordt here in this consolation matter. And obviously there's been a lot of chatter, and we'll let that chatter continue here. How do you get the girls focused and just focused on what's in front of them right now? And that's an opportunity to pick up a W.
I even told them like a couple days ago before we even started this, I'm not going to give you a rah-rah speech. You guys know what you need to do. And I think that's the best thing about this team is that you don't have to give them a rah-rah speech. They know what's in front of them. They again, good, bad, indifferent. They come to the ballpark ready to go 85% of the time this year and give me everything they have. And I think that's all they're want to do today is come out here, put on a good performance. If it's great enough, awesome. We'll go home, regroup, and come back tomorrow. If it's not, we'll be driving, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of tears on that bus going home. But again, they've given me everything they have possibly could do this year, and I am satisfied as a coach.
Troy Baker again joining us on the pregame show. Coach, the sun's shining, the field looks great, the wind's blowing in, nothing we're not used to. Let's go make it a great day to be a Bronco out there.
We'll try to do that. Thank you, Tyson.
You've been listening to In the Dugout. Brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Located at 2800 Osborne Drive East in Hastings. Stay tuned. Hastings College play-by-play is up next on your exclusive home for Broncos sports, Extreme Sports. Hastings College softball is brought to you by the Family Medical Center of Hastings, your family's home for healthcare. By Bob Sass Flowers, 2618 West 2nd, serving Hastings since 1955. By Tom Dinsdale Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, located at 2800 Osborne Drive East in Hastings. By Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill, enjoy great food, good service, and a warm, friendly atmosphere at 2017 West 2nd. By Ruts Heating and Air, your York Midwest dealer in Hastings and Kearney. By Industrial Irrigation, reliable horsepower since 1955. By Bosselman Energy, a fuel supplier and distributor offering gas, diesel, aviation fuel, biodiesel, ethanol, and propane. By the Livingston Butler Vullen Funeral Home and Cremation Center of Hastings. By Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. By Highland Dairy. And by Teammates of Nebraska.
Industrial Irrigation Services has proudly supplied reliable horsepower to the industrial engine market since 1955. Our entire team is dedicated to fostering long-term relationships with our customers and key suppliers. Honesty and integrity make up the foundation that our business is built upon. Our entire team is ready to deliver the best sales, engineering, parts, and service support you have come to expect over many decades. No matter your industry or the rigorous demands of your application, our team of experts stand ready to serve you. We have been serving our customers and friends for over a half-century, and we look forward to continuing to provide you with the absolute best industrial engine packages and services for generations to come. When you need a solution for your industrial needs, don't just buy horsepower. Invest in reliable horsepower. If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
At Bosselman Energy Companies, we take pride in being a trusted partner to our customers, a strong presence in the communities we serve, and a family business that truly cares. Founded in Grand Island in 1948, Bosselman Energy has grown into a diverse group of companies with locations across the Midwest. We supply local communities with essential petroleum products that fuel farms, power industries, and heat homes. With over 70 years of industry experience, Bosselman Energy remains committed to the principles that have guided us from the beginning, ensuring our continued success for generations to come. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years, becoming more than just another bar and grill. It's a Hastings institution. Don't miss Wing Night every Wednesday, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for roasted chicken. Fridays, enjoy the prime rib and seafood buffet. Then savor Bullseye's world-famous prime rib on Saturday. On Sundays, indulge in the brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For over a quarter century, Bullseye's has been the go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Visit Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd in Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
The weather is warming up, and that means only one thing. It's baseball season. Whether it's Hastings High, Adams Central, or Hastings College baseball this spring, you'll be able to catch the action on Extreme Sports. And this summer, Extreme Sports will be the exclusive voice for Hastings American Legion baseball. Whether it's Hastings 5 Points Bank, Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes, or Hastings Runza, all the big games will be right here. Listen online at x-streamsports.com, on your smartphone with our free mobile app, or on your Alexa-enabled smart speaker. Just say, Alexa, play Extreme Sports. Central Nebraska's new home for sports is Extreme Sports.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage carts, flat carts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track. Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage carts, flat carts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
And welcome back to our coverage of the GPAC softball tournament here from Chaplin Field in Fremont, Nebraska. It's the Dordt Defenders and the Hastings College Broncos as we get set to get underway. A game that was originally scheduled to take place at around 7 o'clock last night, then 9 o'clock last night, and then all things told, they just pushed it all off until today. And so here we are in the elimination game in the nightcap here for the Thursday activities, as the Dordt Defenders and Hastings College Broncos get underway. Dordt, you want to be throwing Alexa Kopeska. And Alexa on the season, making her 14th appearance, has a 5.33 ERA. They threw Chloe Cruz, the ace, yesterday against Morningside. who, as the defenders fell to the Morningside Mustangs, will go and check in what's going on in Orange City. They're already playing in the second, if necessary, championship game as its first pitch swinging for the leadoff hitter, Isabel Tanabe. And the Broncos got base runners early here in this contest. Again, the winner scheduled, and I say that with bunny ear quotes, as scheduled to take on Midland University tomorrow at noon. However, when you take a look at the weather forecast, which has been the top story here from Fremont over the course of this GPAC softball tournament, it is not looking great for tomorrow. So we're crossing our fingers. We're hoping for the best. We'll get you the starting lineups here for the Hastings College Broncos now. It's Isabel Tanabe leading things off. She's already aboard at first base with the leadoff single. Lauren Schneider hitting second. She'll be playing left. Pino third. Lauren Lee will clean things up. Anna Medeiros, the birthday girl, in the designated player position. Still nursing that strained calf. And Lexi Muddloff hitting sixth. Kaiten Kapler batting seventh. Skinner eighth. And Shea Storson will round out the 9 for Troy Baker and the Hastings College Broncos. Both teams wearing black jerseys, black pants. Hastings College with the white numbers, Dort with the gold. And Hastings College only bringing 2 sets of jerseys here to what was originally scheduled for a 2-day tournament. And plans are, if Hastings College is to win, to jet back home, get a good night's sleep, and get back on the Bronco bus tomorrow to jet up here at noon. But again, all things could essentially be crossing fingers and weather pending once again, as the storm system has moved its way through. Again, it rained and stormed all through the night here in Fremont and left a mess here for the field crews to work with this morning as Schneider draws a walk. So 2 base runners aboard now for the Broncos, as Kaylee Pino will now step up to the plate. Pino on the campaign, 384 hitter, 17 extra base hits, 16 in the form of doubles, 1 triple for the third baseman for the Broncos. We'll go get the defensive alignment here for Dort as Pino shows bunt and the corners come crashing in. It is Turinga out at third base in the hot corner. Stenstra, the first baseman. Up the middle, it's Ryder and Karsick. Hensley, the catcher. Kopeska at the pitching spot in the circle, as it'll be a line drive right back up the middle, and bases loaded opportunity here for the Broncos. Pino shoots one right back up the chute. And Tanabe at third, Schneider second, Pino at first. Out in the outfield for the Dort defenders, Cruz, Rule, and Cox from left to right, as Lauren Lee, the cleanup hitter for HC, steps up with the bases juiced. Again, overcast skies currently. We've got one big cloud that could produce some showers here within the next 20 minutes, at least according to the radar. Hopefully that continues to move on beyond the ballpark here, as we are just on the outskirts of Fremont. Otherwise, we're looking around 68 degrees. North winds at 13, could be gusting up to 22. And wind gusts were certainly much higher this afternoon, as you undoubtedly heard, despite the windsock and everything that we tried to do to protect the wind during our pregame interview in the dugout. You could hear the wind was ripping through the microphone on the pregame interview. It was hounding earlier today. So much so I was talking with some of the folks in the radio booth here from Midland who are getting set for their contest with Morningside. And they said all of their radio equipment and computers were just sliding off the table, so they crammed indoors. We chose to get some space, room to pace up here on the observation deck. And we're crossing our fingers that was the right call. 2-2. Here to the cleanup hitter, Lauren Lee, with the bases loaded and an early opportunity here for the Broncos. And Lauren Lee is going to be hit by the pitch. So a hit by pitch and an RBI for Lauren Lee. As Tanabe comes around to score, Schneider to third, Pino to second. And the base is still loaded for Ana Medeiros. Broncos going to try to slam on the accelerator. Now you flash back to the contest that Hastings College had in the Dort Dome earlier this season. Hastings College raced out to an early lead And then Doane just fought their way back in one of two contests, but Hastings College, they say that was the head scratcher of the year. Their matchups against Dordt really felt like they should have been able to put those ones in the win column and just couldn't close out the defenders on the road. And then there was some discussion as we were looking at the weather radar for tomorrow. Well, why don't we just relocate there to the Dordt Dome, the Defender Dome? Play GPAC remaining conference tournament games there. A lot of question marks certainly circling around Friday. And until we're told any official word, it's really too early for me to speculate too much. But I can tell you this, it doesn't look like it's going to be favorable conditions at all on the radar forecast for tomorrow. And right now, Morningside sitting in the driver's seat, up 2-0. Meanwhile, Hastings College in the driver's seat here in this one with a 1-0 lead. And a ground ball hit from Medeiros. They're going to throw back to second base, and it'll be an easy double play. They'll go 4-2-3 double play. And Medeiros, who just can't put any weight on that hamstring whatsoever, grounds into a double play, and the exact opposite thing you want to happen. Good heads-up play from the second baseman as Karsick goes over to Hensley. And the double play has Hastings College hoping for a little two-out rally with Lexi Mudloff coming to the plate and 2 ducks on the pond. Schneider at third, Pino. Check that. Pino at third, Lee at second. It was Schneider who was cut down trying to score on the 4-2-3. So Lex behind in the count 0-1. Here's a throw, snap back down to third, and nearly had her on the back. Pino just getting back in safely. Lexi Mudloff batting out of that right-handed batter's box. And the catcher Hensley trying with a little sneak attack as she fired over to Tarenga. Pop fly, right field side, giving chase. It's going to go into the fencing foul. And Mudloff getting some extra life and a little shoulder nudge from teammate Kaylee Pino. Need a clutch 2-out hit here if you're Hastings College. Leading here in this one, but they want to stomp on the accelerator and don't leave any doubt as Mudloff goes left field this time and goes foul. Again, behind this little patch of some overcast skies, we are seeing nothing but blue and clear skies on the horizon. So we just hope this baby blows over without any additional sprinkles. I get it. I know the farmers, they love it and they need it, and God knows we haven't had any, but why does it have to be this week of all weeks? Foul ball off the fence. I could live the rest of my summer without seeing a rain cloud. Meanwhile, over in Orange City, Iowa, in the northwestern side of the bracket. Northwestern having to play their way through the consolation ladder. They fell to Doane yesterday in the opening round. Kind of the surprise of the tournament. Doane goes 2-0 and plays their way into the if necessary championship game situation. Well, Northwestern beats Dakota Wesleyan. And then they knock off Doane by the score of 4-2. And so now Northwestern and Doane are playing the if necessary game. And currently the Red Raiders are out on top of the Tigers by the score of 1-0. Off-speed pitch freezes Mudloff. It's an upside-down K. And the first inning has come to a close. Bases loaded opportunity, but an unfortunate ill-timed double play. An upside-down K, and the Broncos strand 2 here in the top half of the first. They do score 1. It's Broncos 1, Defenders nothing. As we go to the bottom half of the first, you're listening to GPAC Softball on Extreme Sports.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
You are listening to Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports.
Back here at Champlin Field in Fremont, as the Dordt Defenders get set to take their first ABs here of this elimination matchup. Hastings College, Dordt, GPAC softball here on Extreme Sports. Again, if we were running as scheduled, be in the if necessary championship games. Instead, we are just in the first elimination game here of the tournament. They've got Friday as an opportunity, but Friday's schedule looks iffy, as it'll be a 5-3 put out to start things off. Nice dig there from Sam Skinner anchoring the first base bag. Haley Pino bobbled it a little bit, but is able to get it out of the glove cleanly. And Brooke Rule, the leadoff hitter, is retired, as it's early ambush tactics from Dordt as they go first pitch swinging on KB. It's Kiara Brock in the circle, coming back after getting rattled around a little bit early in the Midland matchup yesterday. Settled it in, but still took the loss. Brock comes in with a 3.02 ERA, a 13-8 record on the campaign. And again, just a good strike thrower for the Broncos. And if the Broncos play good defense behind her, it's generally a pretty good day to be a Bronco. And we hope for much of the same here this evening. So Brock in the circle. It's Brooklyn Cox at the plate, the right fielder here for the Dordt Defenders, as Brooklyn flares this one down the left field side. Snyder gives chase, but it goes foul. Batting order for Dordt, Brooklyn Cox here at number 2 position. We saw Brooke Rule lead off. It's Chloe Cruz batting third. Annabelle Hensley, the cleanup hitter, doing the catching. Lauren Stenstra, the first baseman, batting 5th. Ashlyn Grissom, the designated position player. Casey Karsak at second base. Bryn Turinga, the third baseman. And Kaylee Ritter at shortstop spot. As this ball is popped up, Shea Storsand is there. That gives us an opportunity to look at the Broncos defensively. KB in the circle. Lauren Lee once again doing the catching in place of injured Ana Maderos. First base bag is now anchored by Sam Skinner and Kaylee Pino at third base at the hot corner. Isabel Tanabe, Lexi Mudloff up the middle, and it's Schneider, Shea, and Cap left to right defensively out in the outfield for HC. So after the fly out to center, Chloe Cruz at the plate as KB tries to go 1-2-3 here in the first. Rain cloud pushing away, sunshine back onto the field. As this ball is popped straight out to left field. Cap giving chase in foul territory and makes the catch in front of the fence. And the Broncos are out of the inning. 1-2-3, go the Dordt Defenders. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. Top of the second we go. Hastings College with the 1-0 lead. You're listening to Broncos softball, and it's on Extreme Sports.
Celebrate Mom with the gift of beauty this Mother's Day. Show your love with a stunning bouquet from Bob Sass Flowers. Our fresh, handcrafted arrangements are perfect for the woman who means everything. Find all our Mother's Day specials on our website at bobsassflowers.com. Call 402-462-2179 or order online today to schedule your delivery or pickup. Located at 2618 West 2nd Street in Hastings. Serving Hastings since 1955.
Keep it right here. You are listening to Extreme Sports.
Back with you here from Fremont. Hastings College with the 1-0 lead in the first elimination game here of the Fremont Pod. Again, if you're just joining us and thinking a first elimination game, is this on tape delay? Heck, over in Orange City, they're playing in the championship, for the championship of that particular pod. Well, rain, go away, come again another day. It has been the story here of the GPAC tournament so far. As Kapler goes first pitch swinging, grounds out to short. A 6-3 put out to start things here in the second for HC. Start, stop, and just talking with the players at lunch today, yeah, they just wanted to get out there and play. But field conditions were definitely suspect this morning. Puddles just all over the place. Got her cleaned up, got field crew, got her ready to go, and here we are on a Thursday evening, and one of these teams' season will come to a close. The other crossing fingers that Mother Nature holds off tomorrow, and we can play even more softball here in this Fremont pod. Again, Northwestern with the 1-0 lead on the Doane Tigers. Doane, the darlings of day one, put the test here in day two as it's a slow grounder to third. Sam Skinner grounds out, and wouldn't you just know, get out of here. This little rain cloud right over us is going to decide to drop a few sprinkles just for fun. I mean, it's sunny on the third base side of the field, dropping sprinkles on us behind the plate. Give me a break. Shea Storson. Springtime in Nebraska. Gotta love it, folks. Storson at the plate. Trying to get a little two-out rally started here for HC. Takes a look at a pitch on the outside corner. That's in there for a strike. Count goes to 1-1. Off-speed pitch. Chopped foul. 1-2 the count now. With Hastings College with the 1-0 advantage here on Dordt. Storson on the season, 210 hitter. 1 extra base hit, 10 RBI. This one goes straight back up the chute, fielded there by the shortstop, and they get the speedy Storson by a step. 6-3 put out, and the Broncos go down in order, 1-2-3. As Dordt will send the heart of the order to the plate, 4-5-6. Meat of the order coming to the plate. They trail it 1-0 here to Hastings College. Bottom of the second coming up. It's GPAC Conference Tournament Softball, and it's on Extreme Sports.
There's a new tomorrow on the other side of the horizon. There are houses to make into homes, businesses to be built, and friendships to enjoy.
Someday's gonna be one day soon.
Build your tomorrow with a bank you can rely on. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Keep it right here. You are listening to Extreme Sports.
4-5-6 due up for the defenders. Bottom of the second inning. It's Hastings College with the 1-0 advantage. Hastings College officially the visiting team on the scoreboard coming in to the contest. Believe that was a coin flip scenario, not a seeding scenario. So Hastings College was first at bat and plated one here to the defenders. Now it'll be Annabelle Hensley leading things off in the right-handed batter's box as KB goes to work on the cleanup hitter for Dordt. 358 hitter on the season. 21 doubles, 4 home runs tallied so far. His winds now much lighter than they were earlier this evening. There's an infield single. Lexi Mudloff is able to make the grab, but far too deep in the hole to have a play at it. So Annabelle Hensley will reach first on the single, and that'll bring up Steenstra.
Number 13, Lauren Steenstra.
Lauren Steenstra, 346 hitter on the season. She's got the power numbers, 15. And that mathematically more home runs than Hastings College has combined on the season. Steenstra will show bunt, and it goes foul. 32 RBIs for the first baseman. And a little trickeration, you got your power hitter squaring around and showing bunt to start things off here in bottom of number 2. Hensley aboard at first. Steenstra at the plate, corners coming in. Bunt goes down. It's fielded by the third baseman, Pino, who will flip over to Mudloff, who's covering first. And a successful 5-3. It is a sacrifice bunt and does move the runner over to second. Ashton Grissom now at the plate. Grissom, your designated position player today. 308 hitter on the campaign, 5 homers, 26 RBIs. And steps up with a runner in scoring position. That is Hensley at the second base bag. Oh, 1 count as the first pitch to Grissom is fouled back into the netting. Again, none of the clinging fencing that you hear at the Bill Smith softball complex as Grissom shoots this one towards the gap, but Storsund is there, makes up a lot of ground, flips it back into second, but Hensley back in time. So an F8. Yeah, just some netting that surrounds the third base, first base line, and behind the high plate here. Officially, Shickley Fields, just on the outskirts of Fremont. About a 10-minute drive to get to the heart of Main Street. Beautiful facilities. A few quirks. For instance, it's 215 all the way around. It's pretty high fencing out here. But there is a gap in the shade right in center where the batter's eye should be. Found that interesting of note. Asked Coach Williams about it. He says, dunno. As it's a shot right up to center field, and they're going to wave around Hensley from second, and on what seemed like a pretty innocent little bloop hit, Storsund was playing back on Casey Karsick, and Karsick's going to have an infield, or excuse me, an RBI single. And we are tied at 1. 1 run apiece. Broncos can't get the third out. After giving up the infield single, KB looked to be in cruise control, but Casey Karsick goes first pitch swing. Batter's eye or not, shoots that one right back up the middle. Here's a foul that's going, or a hit that's going to go well foul. Bree Taringa at the plate. Taringa on the campaign, 326 hitter. 7 ribbies, 3 extra base hits. Runner aboard at first, Casey Karsick. Taringa, hot shot third base side and gloved by Pino for the final out. So a line drive to third to end things here in the second, but it'll be 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left aboard for Dort. We go to the top of the third. Your score 1-1. Broncos Defenders, GPAC Softball on Extreme Sports.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
You are listening to Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports.
Top of the order, leading things off here in the top of the third for the Hastings College Broncos. All tied at 1 with the Dort defenders. Dort racking up 2 hits in the bottom half of the second, an infield single from Hensley. Hensley advancing to second, courtesy of the sacrifice bunt, and then getting driven home from Casey Karsick with the RBI single, as Isabel Tanabe takes a look at a first pitch strike. Lauren Lee picks up the RBI the hard way for the Broncos as she was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Bobby Wood Jr. doing the same thing earlier today with the Kansas City Royals, where he collected his 300th career RBI while being hit by a pitch. Whatever way it works, right? 1-1 count here. That ball's in there for a strike. As Kapaska going to work here on the top half of the Hastings College order. Tanabe, two-hopper, shortstop, 6-3, put out. Nice stretch over there at first from Steenstra. She's able to keep the foot on the bag and get the speedy Isabel Tanabe, the senior, for out number 1 here in the third. 6-3 put out. Lauren Schneider stepping up to the plate. She walked. Then was cut down on a 4-2-3 double play. This time, Schneider going opposite field out to left. And Cruz didn't have to move. It's a fly out, 2-7. Be interesting to see how they handle Ana Medeiros. Well, she could not put any weight whatsoever on that hamstring. And on a ground ball with the bases loaded, it turned into a pretty easy double play. As she just, she's a tough kid. She's hanging in there. She's fighting and toughing it out for her team, but comes a time where you just got to make that strategic decision. And that was a ground ball and a double play that hurt things here in the first for us. 2-2 here as Pino going to work. Lauren Lee waiting in the on-deck circle. Hastings College Dordt tied at 1 here in the top half of the third. Get you an update from Orange City, Iowa following the break as we continue to roll along. Pitch right across the heart, in there for a strike. That'll bring the count to 3-1. Here for the Bronco catcher. Again, normally Lee and Medeiros switch on and off. Lee, more traditional first base for the Broncos, but due to the hamstring injury, has been behind the dish, and this time Pino grounds out to short. And it's a 1-2-3 for the Broncos in the third. 3 up, 3 down, bottom of the third we go. We're all tied at 1. Hastings College 1, Dordt 1. It's GPAC Conference Tournament Softball, and it's on Extreme Sports. Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammered deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone!
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great! Let's be great!
We are Extreme Sports.
9-1-2 due up here for the Dordt defenders as we get set to go here in the bottom half of the third inning. Dordt and Hastings College tied at 1. Hastings College, the visitors on your scoreboard. As Brock tries to paint the corner, can't get the call. It's 2-0. Here to Kylie Ritter. Kylie on the campaign. Try to find her first here on the stat sheet. My goodness, where'd she go? 191 hitter with 4 RBIs hitting out of the 9 hole. Here's the 2-1. And a little bloop shot over the shortstop's head. Shea Storson cuts it off. She'll fire it back into second, but another leadoff base runner here for the Dordt defenders. It was Annabelle Hensley that led things off in the second and ultimately came around to score. So another leadoff hitter here for Dordt. And Brooke Rule will step up to the plate. Not spelled the same as Coach Rule. This is the traditional R-U-L-E spelling. 375 hitter, 25 ribbies and 3 homers on the campaign. Rule squares around a bunt. And Peño, frustrated with and the Bronco threat, which was looking like they were just going to slam on the accelerator and put Dordt in the rear view, came to a close, and Dort's been going back and forth with them since. Here's the pitch from KB, the 2-1. Squares around, bunts it down. KP over to Lee, not in time. Lexi Mudloff was covering the bag, excuse me, but the wheels from Brooklyn Cox, and it's small ball. And the base is loaded here for the Dordt defenders. Back-to-back bunts have Dordt in business with Chloe Cruz stepping up to the plate. Chloe on the campaign, 442 hitter, impressive numbers. 442, 22 extra base hits, 7 of those home runs. And now as the base is loaded with nobody down, as Brock's in trouble after small ball being executed here by Dordt. A high pop fly, Shea Storson's there. This is going to be deep enough to score the run. They'll fire over to third, as it'll be a sacrifice fly as Ritter comes around to score. Leadoff single, then a bunt, then another successful bunt. And just like that, Dort's got the 2-1 lead on the sac fly and the RBI from Chloe Cruz. Annabelle Hensley led things off in the second with a infield single, came around to score. 2 aboard here and just 1 down. This one is fouled back by us. I'm not going to try to reach over and grab that baby. A little too far out of the reach. We're talking about it. There's no overhead awning as there was yesterday to protect us from the elements, so we are in prime foul ball territory. I might call my first catch in almost 23 years. In case you're wondering, yes, when I was out in right field the first time it happened, or I guess maybe the last time, I was doing a little play-by-play just for fun. You know you're a radio guy when, right? Here is an 0-2 delivery. It's right down the line. This is going to be a fair ball, and this is going to be extra bases, and this is going to score a few runs. 2 runs come around to score, all 3. Bases clearing single from Hensley. As Dordt grabs the 4-1 advantage. Rule comes around to score. Cox comes around to score. It is a double down the line from Annabelle Hensley. And the Dordt defenders have the 4-1 advantage. Wow. Dort's offense striking quickly here. So you got the sac fly from Cruz, the 2 RBI double from Annabelle Hensley, and now it's Lauren Steenstra. And the sacrifice bunt that moved Hensley into scoring position, where she was ultimately driven home by Casey Karsick back in inning number 2. Now just one down, and it's early trouble here for KB in the Bronx. Lazy pop fly, Mudloff's way. And an F4. So 2 down, and Ashton Grissom now stepping up to the plate with 2 down. Broncos trying to get out of this inning with no more damage done. 3 runs have come across to score. Little small ball and timely hitting. The recipe for this inning to unravel a little bit. As it's 3 runs on 4 hits and a swing and a miss here from Grissom. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Bottom of the third, 4-1. Dort with the lead. Pitch on the inside corner, you bet. Nice location from KB. Casey Karsick waiting in the on-deck circle, trying to get after Grissom. Grissom trying to pull it down the third base line, just rolls foul. That'd have been another run on the board if that would have stayed fair. Hensley at second. Grissom at the plate. KB looking for the K here. Wines delivers off speed. Bloop single right in front of right field. Kapler comes up throwing. This one's going to be well off the mark. Lee extends, can't get to it. And rolling into first base, or excuse me, second base is going to be Ashton Grissom. So an RBI single, advance on the overthrow. Hensley comes around to score. And things have really unraveled now for HC.
Casey Karsick.
We got Coach Williams coming out of the dugout, chatting with Lauren Lee a little bit. Maybe changing that location for the starting pitcher. As KB's gotten roughed up a little bit in this inning. Not going to sugarcoat it, gang. 4 runs, 5 hits. And after the RBI single from Ashton Grissom, it's a 5-1 Dort lead here in the bottom of the third, and the Broncos got to dig in deep. Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss, beauty. It's now 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Brock goes upstairs and can't get Casey Karsick to chase. Casey Karsick 1 for 1 so far on the afternoon with the RBI single back in inning number 2. KB looks in. Inside, doesn't get the call. 2-2 now. A runner in scoring position is Grissom. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And a runner on. Here's the 2-2. Fouled back by us. This one is, oh man, that was close. Mentioned some of the quirky facilities. We talked about the center field no batter's eye, or the anti-batter's eye, the clear batter's eye. The press box facilities, beautiful press box, and kind of right behind home plate, they've opened things up for kind of a outdoor patio area. Meanwhile, the press box with the windows and where all the PA is, it's off a little bit to the first base side. As it's another pop-up back by us. Big hop off the statue. 2 points. Chaplin's Field. The official location here, it's at Stillick Park. About 4 or 5 different fields. Softball field, Chaplin's Field, used by the Midland Warriors, who were the hosts. As Brock can't get the location there, don't know where she missed. Fooled me, Houdini. It'll be a full count. Now to KB. Brock fires, misses outside. And Karsick draws the walk, the 2-out walk to put 2 on. Bryn Taringa lined out to third in her previous attempt. Taringa, the 8th batter to come up here in this third frame, as things have unraveled and snowballed a little bit for HC. Ball in the dirt. Lee does a nice job blocking and getting in front of it to prevent any runners from advancing. 2 on, 1 down. 2 down. Grissom, second. Karsick at first. Taringa at the plate. KB. Right across the heart of the plate. Taringa gets a piece and fouls it back into the netting. So that'll make the count 1-1. 5-1, Dort lead. And now Taringa hits this one out to right, caps there and on it. And a fly out to 9, ends things here in the third. But Dort sends 8 to the plate and scores 4 on 5 hits. No Bronco errors and 2 left aboard as we go to the top half of inning number 4. It's Dort 5, Hastings College 1. You're listening to GPAC Softball on Extreme Sports.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
There's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Call it the foul.
The home of 24/7 sports talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
4-5-6 due up for the Broncos as we get underway. Top half of inning number 4. This baby's scheduled for 7 here this evening. An elimination game. The winner advancing to tomorrow's contest at noon here from Fremont to take on Midland University in a second elimination game as you work your way through the consolation ladder. Loser, their season comes to a close. Both teams trying to preserve their outing here in the GPAC softball tournament as Lauren Lee skies one straight away to center field. This one is hanging up there for a bit. A good hot minute before Rule finally catches it up into the atmosphere and pulls it down. So a sky-high fly out to center to start things off here in the 4th. And since the early trouble where the Broncos were able to get the bases loaded and get a hit by pitch to score a run, it has now been 9 straight retired for HC. As Kapaska continues to deal here for Dort. Ana Medeiros now at the plate, behind the count 0-2. Alexa working quickly in the circle here on Ana Medeiros. Medeiros grounding into the double play with the bases loaded. Back in inning number 1, now bats with nobody on. And we'll try to reach base. Don't want to take the bat out of her hands. My goodness, she's leading team in terms of the average this season. And if she can just poke one out to the outfield, get a board over at the first base bag, well, then you get the courtesy run option. The Broncos trying to manufacture something here. It'll be a 3-2 upcoming to Ana Medeiros. Nice at-bat from Ana. She got behind in the count 0-2, but then looked at 3 straight junk pitches. As Alexa trying to get Ana to chase. And just... moments we were wincing. I mean, this is tough. Just tough damn kid that's in here at the right-handed batter's box. chopped one foul, didn't look comfortable. Went down, is going to hobble around outside the batter's box and load back in, trying to put the team on her back and get something started here in the fourth. Well, these are the kind of kids that make you proud as Medeiros grounds out to second here. And a 4-3 put out. Nobody in that first base dugout are going to be accused of not having the heart. You looked at it on display there with Ana Medeiros in that at-bat. Lexi Muddleoff now stepping up to the plate. 2 down, and the Broncos trying to avoid the third straight 1-2-3. As Alexa Kopaska has found a rhythm here after getting shaked around a little bit early. Broncos plated the first run of the game on a leadoff single from Tanabe, a walk, a single from Peño, and then a hit by pitch to score the first run. Other than that, it has been all Dort as it's a fly ball. Pops out of the glove there. Lexi Muddleoff is going to be aboard via the error from Dort. Left fielder and second baseman both crashing in, and it's an error on Cox as the ball popped in and out of the glove. So the E7 gives the Broncos some fresh life. And now at the plate, Caden Kapler. Cap, a quiet day yesterday after a very, very loud end of the regular season. The 3-run walk-off home run that sent the Broncos to the GPAC Conference Tournament pops up to second base here, and it's side retired. So the Broncos can't cash in on the extra life on the error. It'll be no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left aboard. As we go to the bottom half of inning number 4, Dort out on top by the score of 5-1. It's Great Plains Athletic Conference softball, and it's on Extreme Sports.
Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years, becoming more than just another bar and grill. It's a Hastings institution. Don't miss Wing Night every Wednesday, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for roasted chicken. Fridays, enjoy the prime rib and seafood buffet. Then savor Bullseye's world-famous prime rib on Saturday. On Sundays, indulge in the brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For over a quarter century, Bullseye's has been the go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Visit Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd and Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
Kylie Ryder at the plate for the Dort defenders. Led off inning number 3 with a single and came around to score. One of 4 Dort runs scored in the 3rd inning, and that has proved to be the big inning so far. And a nice play by Lexi Muddleoff at second base. Kylie Ryder, was trying to shoot it in between the gap there at first and second, and Muddleoff, full extension, diving out and making the big grab. Pulls that one back in an exciting way to maybe light a fire here for this Broncos softball team, as they just have not been able to get the spark going so far here this afternoon after, again, loading the bases, scoring a run on a hit by pitch, and that was the end of the threat. A double play and a strikeout, and after that, you can kind of hear a pin drop here in this dugout. You get the big Superman grab there from Lexi Muddleoff, and there might be a little bit of a spark here for HC. They trail at 5-1, top of the order. Now up for the Dort defenders as Brooke Rule swings and misses, and it's 0-2. Nice pitch there from KB. Locking in here ahead of 0-2. Now it's an opportunity to try to get Brooke to chase. Looking to go upstairs. Brooke lays off. No dice. The 1-2. Ball put into play, and it's going to go well foul. out towards the baseball field, which I believe that is Fremont High behind us, doing a little practice. Pitch inside. Rule gets out of the way, and just like that, it's back to 3-2. So KB gets ahead in the count 0-2. Brooke Rule works it full. Rule singled, came around to score. This time, sharp shot, third base side. Pino on the knee, throws it down. No, ball popped up and couldn't get gloved in time. And Dort's going to beat that out. Brooke Rule, great effort just to get it there. Kaylee Pino goes to a knee, tries to fire it across the diamond, showed good arm strength. But the ball popped right in front of Skinner's glove. And so Rule is going to beat out an infield single. Brooklyn Cox now at the plate. How about a little softball math here? 4 + 6 + 3. How about a throw down instead? No, under the tag. Stolen base for Brooke Rule. Lauren Lee, quick pops up. Fired it over to Tanabe, but unable to get the tag down in time. Rule gets an extra base. And now Brooklyn Cox bats with a runner in scoring position and one down. That one's going to go in the gap between first and second, and Rule steaming around third. Here's a throw down. Rule slides in safely. Cox takes the extra base. It's an RBI single for Brooklyn Cox, and Dort continuing to roll here in this elimination game as they now lead it by the score of 6-1. (6-1) Defenders. RBI single from Cox. That'll bring up Chloe Cruz now to the plate. Cruz sac fly and an RBI. This time goes straight away center. Storsund is there. Shea gets it back in quickly. Runner can't advance. And it's an F8 for Chloe Cruz. That'll bring up Annabelle Hensley. And she has had a day. Single and a run scored, and the 2 RBI double. The big breakthrough hit. And Dort has not let off the throat since. And here's some words here between the home plate umpire and Kira Brock as they're having a discussion here in the circle. Unsure what the hey that was about. As Hensley will step up to the plate. Been to the plate twice, reached twice, scored twice. Pretty good day in the box score for the Dort defender catcher. 6-1 score line. 2 down here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Pitch low and inside. That'll bring the count to 2-0. Runner aboard at second is Brooklyn Cox. Broncos will get no sleep until they can retire the side here. Connect the dots if you're a Beastie Boys fan. We made a reference. 3-0 with 2 down here in a 6-1 ball game. Just trying to figure out how I was going to sneak that one in here to the broadcast. Seemed like a good opportunity. Off-speed pitch at the knees. Beauty there from KB. 3-1 hitters count now for Annabelle Hensley, the catcher. Here for the defenders with the duck on the pond. Upstairs, crushed foul. Home run distance, but well foul. Wind's starting to cut down a little bit too. They were, suffice to say, blustery earlier today. I actually had to take cover, went over to the automobile and hung out for a while in the parking lot because it's one of those where the wind was hurting your face. It has died significantly and turned more into a hitter's park now. Annabelle Hensley's going to work the walk. And that's especially frustrating for KB. She was up 0-2 in that count. Tried to nibble a little bit, tried to get a chase pitch. Hensley didn't bite on it. And finally works the walk, so now there's 2 on with Lauren Steenstra now at the plate. Steenstra with a sacrifice bunt and a pop-up to second, and here's going to be a pop-up to short as Tanabe's there. And the pop-up to the infield will retire the Dort threat. Dort picks up 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left aboard as we go to the top half of inning number 5. Broncos got to get the bats going. They trail it 6-1. Dort with the lead. Season on the line. It's Broncos softball, and it's on Extreme Sports.
There's a noticeable difference when you walk into Tom Dinsdale CDJR in Hastings. You can't miss the exceptional customer service that we're known for, or the huge emphasis we place on providing unsurpassed vehicle service with experienced technicians and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. At Tom Dinsdale, we take tremendous pride in serving our friends, family, and neighbors throughout central Nebraska. See for yourself. Stop by Dinsdale CDJR today.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammered deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone.
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
We are Extreme Sports.
Back here at Chaplin's Field on the campus of Midland University. Here at Shickley Park in Fremont. Nice to see the sun after a gloomy week here to start GPAC softball. Broncos, nice to see some runs. They trail at 6-1 here in the 5th. With 8, 9, and 1 due up, we'll start things off with first baseman Sam Skinner. Sam missing the majority of the season due to a knee injury. Typically the third baseman for the Broncos, but we've had to shift around the defense a little bit with the injury to Ana Medeiros, the hamstring injury in the last match of the regular season. They pushed Ana over into the designated position player. Moved Skinner over to first base, where she did play a little bit in high school. And KP back to the third base bag for the Broncos defensively. That pitch on the inside, I don't know how that didn't catch a piece of Sam Skinner. That one went 5-hole. Something that the Blues couldn't do to Connor Hellebuck last night, as the Gents extended their lead to 3-2 in that series. Here's the 2-2. In the dirt once again, Skinner lays off it, and now we're full here in the top half of the 5th. Broncos running out of outs. Got to get something going offensively. Looking to strike for something here in the 5th, and it could start here with a leadoff walk. As Skinner is aboard, and the Broncos back in business. Their first base runner since the hit by pitch that scored a run back in inning number 1. I'd take that back. Lexi Mudloff reached on an E7 back in the 4th. But first leadoff base runner since the first inning. That's accurate. As Shea Storson will head to the plate. Storson grounded out to short. Don't want to see that. Don't want to have softball math start on you. And she'll go down the third base side, and this one's gloved on the line drive. Great play from Taringa. Bryn hugging that line. They call it the hot corner, and she makes great reaction time. Hopped back up to the feet, but Skinner was able to get back to the first base bag. And highway robbery for Shea Storson as it's a line out to third. Lineup flips. Isabel Tanabe now at the plate is pop fly, right field side. And coming on to make the catch is going to be Cap. Check that. Cox.
26, Lauren.
Cap's on our team, Tyson. Lauren Schneider now stepping up to the plate. Helps if I flip over the defensive depth chart. Here's the 0-2. Pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner here to senior Lauren Schneider. And it's 0-1 with one down, and Skinner over there at the first base bag. Top half of the fifth inning, 6-1, Dort with the lead. Dort surrendering a run in the first, bounced back to tie it, and then slammed on the accelerator here in the fourth and fifth innings. Schneider trying to go down the line, pulls it foul. And the Broncos get one last hurrah here in 2025. Season full of exciting moments, extra inning softball that we've had for you here on Extreme Sports. Walk-off victories.
No runs, no hits.
And a swing and a miss from Lauren Schneider. And the inning goes down quietly despite the leadoff base runner. So the leadoff walk, no harm done. Broncos go down in order after that. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left aboard. Bottom of five we go. Dort with the 6-1 lead. It's Broncos softball, and it's on Extreme Sports.
Celebrate Mom with the gift of beauty this Mother's Day. Show your love with a stunning bouquet from Bob Sass Flowers. Our fresh handcrafted arrangements are perfect for the woman who means everything. Find all our Mother's Day specials on our website at bobsassflowers.com. Call 402-462-2179 or order online today to schedule your delivery or pickup. Located at 2618 West 2nd Street in Hastings. Serving Hastings since 1955.
Keep it right here. You are listening to Extreme Sports.
6, 7, 8 due up for Dort. Wearing Midland colors, that's why I'm confused. 6-1, we're at Midland, we're playing Dort. Our conference tournament's fun. 6, 7, 8, it's Grissom, Karsick, and Taringa. Due up here for the defenders. Dort with the 6-1 lead. Bottom of the fifth inning, Dort, home team. In scheduled for 7 or 8 runs after 5. And hoping for the Broncos' sake to get a couple more ABs and try to get some offense going here. To do that, we need a 1-2-3. We're due for one. And the 1-2-3 back in inning number 1. Dort struck for 1 in the second, 4 in the third. And one more in the fourth as it's a slow ground ball. Lexi Mudloff is there, throws across the body. Easier said than done. A 4-3 put out, and Grissom is retired. Casey Karsick now comes to the plate. Casey an RBI single and a walk so far today, so 1 for 1 with a ribby. As there's one down, here's KB goes to work. Inside pitch, pulled foul, left field side. Winds which were blowing in early are now moving across the field, so blowing from right to left as we see Old Glory. Here in a 6-1 ball game, bottom of fifth, elimination game, loser season comes to a close. Winds are picking up a little bit, if you can hear that in the on-field microphone. Here comes the 1-1 to Casey. Casey drives this one out towards the gap. This one's going to get past Storson off the fencing, and Casey Karsick wheels around and slides safely into second. A double for Casey Karsick and the Dort defenders. Hard hit ball. That baby was on the button. And now Troy Baker heading out and going to have a discussion here with the home plate umpire, and I think that'll do it here for KB as her day comes to a close. Pitching change-up coming now for the Broncos. We'll tell you all about it when we return. Bottom of the fifth inning, 6-1. Dort out on top is Hastings College softball, and it's on Extreme Sports.
Industrial Irrigation Services has proudly supplied reliable horsepower to the industrial engine market since 1955. Our entire team is dedicated to fostering long-term relationships with our customers and key suppliers. Honesty and integrity make up the foundation that our business is built upon. Our entire team is ready to deliver the best sales, engineering, parts, and service support you have come to expect over many decades. No matter your industry or the rigorous demands of your application, our team of experts stand ready to serve you. We have been serving our customers and friends for over a half-century, and we look forward to continuing to provide you with the absolute best industrial engine packages and services for generations to come. When you need a solution for your industrial needs, don't just buy horsepower. Invest in reliable horsepower.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the #1 sports stations because you make the phones light up.
Back here at Champlin Field in Fremont, Angie Lockhart, the senior in at the Circle for Hastings College, started off as the #2 before Danny Sitz took over that role midway through. Angie Lockhart on the season, 4-5, a 5.7 ERA. Does have 10 strikeouts to her campaign this season. The book early during the road trips out to Kansas and Missouri. The first month of the season was good Angie or off Angie. And when it was good Angie, it was really good for the Broncos. But struggled with consistency and ultimately became more of a role player and a bullpen player here for the Broncos on the season. Baker will turn to the senior with the season on the line and trailing by 5. Runner aboard at second. They did pinch a run, by the way, for Casey Karsick. Believe number 10, Peyton Whipple, is what I'm seeing over there at the second base bag. As it's Bryn Taringa in at the plate. She's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Facing a 3-2 with one down and a runner in scoring position at second. Angie Lockhart now gets the rock for Troy Baker. And Lockhart pitches on the inside, can't find the location. A walk to Taringa, and it's runners at first and second with Kylie Ryder now at the plate. Ryder with a single, a run scored, and a line out to second. An outstanding play from Lexi Mudloff to rob Ryder of extra bases just an inning ago. Steps up to the plate, runners at first and second. Dear softball gods, ground ball please, amen. Broncos need to turn 2. Lockhart pitching on the outside, can't find the location, and it's 2-0. Approaching 10 minutes until 7 o'clock. Tyson and Veronica Whippy here on Extreme Sports, Hastings College GPAC tournament coverage. Here from Shelke Fields. As it's a 3-1 delivery from Lockhart. Ryder towards the gap. This is going to find some green, and a couple more runs are going to come across to score. Storson gets it back in quickly. They are waving Taringa around, who slides in safely. Ball gets away from Lee, the catcher, and it'll be extra bases for Kylie Ryder. A 2 RBI double. The arm never quit for the Dordt coaching staff as Kylie Ryder drives in 2, ends up taking third on the advance.
Top of the order, number.
And with 2 runs, it's now 8-1. I mean, we'll take it. If you want to put them on the guest scoreboard, we would gladly take the 6-3 advantage here, but they'll go to Dort. It'll be 8-1, and Hastings is now 1 run away from an 8-run victory here. So 2 runs come across the score on the 2 RBI double, and Dort leads at 8-1 here in the 5th. Visit in the circle here coming from Coach Williams, trying to rally the troops. There they go. Scoreboard gets corrected here on the board. Top of the order due up. Just got to get out of it. Never gotten into a groove. The bases loaded opportunity. You're stepping on the gas and you're thinking, okay, here we go. Train's leaving the station, and within the snap of the fingers, we're in this scenario where the infield is crashing in, trying to cut down the would-be winning run. Dort trying to 8-run the Broncos. And after everything that this team had to go through, playing with injuries, playing with some sickness, playing with rain delay after rain delay after rain delay, don't want to go down like this. Tell you one thing, this team's got heart. Said that from day one. But it has just not gone their way today. Chop foul, it'll be a 3-1 count. (8-1) your score. And Dort in danger of walking this baby off in the bottom of the 5th before the heart of the order gets to come up to the plate. It would be 3-4-5 for the Broncos to try to manufacture something. Here's the pitch from Lockhart, popped up into the air. Skinner's there, 2 down. So the F3, and that'll bring up Brooklyn Cox to the plate. Winning run over at the third base bag, that's Kylie Ryder, who had the 2 RBI double to make it 8-1, advanced to third on an overthrow by the catcher. And now Angie Lockhart will go to battle here against Brooklyn Cox with the season on the line. It's a 1-0. Infield again, playing cut 4, black, whatever you want to call it. It's got many names. It just means nobody's scoring a run on this play. Creeping way in, trying to get the would-be game-winning run. A 2-0 delivery here from Angie. Upstairs, 3-0. Two down, though. You could return back to, and the middle does. Force play at first would also get out of the jam, but the corners were still playing very much in. And now it's a walk for Brooklyn Cox, and now it's runners at the corners. So you got a force play at second, force at first, force at home. Well, not force at home. And get the force out. Keep the season rolling. Chloe Cruz at the plate. And Cruz hits one up to short. Tanabe fields it in time, fires over to Skinner. And the Broncos avoid elimination as they get to back-to-back outs to put out the Dort threat. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 Bronco error, and 2 left to board as we go to the top half of inning number 6. Got rally caps at home, put them on, folks. Broncos trailing by 7 here to Dort. It's GPAC postseason softball, and it's on Extreme Sports.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Keep it right here. You are listening to Extreme Sports.
Back here at Chaplin Field, Tyson Nevronic with you. Extreme Sports, Bronco softball coverage for you. GPAC Elimination Day here from Midland. 8-1 at Dort out on top of Hastings College. Broncos had the 1-0 lead early on. It has been all Dort since. Pino, Lee, and Medeiros due up. 3-4-5. Broncos trying for a late rally here. Gonna need traffic on the base paths, gonna need some clutch hits, gonna need a lot of things. Gonna have to get a spark first. Will it come here on a Pino ball that goes through the gap? It may. Kylie Pino now aboard over at first.
The catcher.
And that'll put one on here for HC. Lauren Lee now at the plate. Lee hit by a pitch with an RBI with the bases loaded and then flew out to center. As the sun peeks back behind a cloud. One solo tiny cloud here in the sky, and the sun found it. That'll be a 1-0 here to Lee. Outside corner, they'll throw back to first, try to get Pino. Pino back in safely. Alexa Kopiska got roughed up early on. Bases loaded. Hit a batter, dialed it back in since. Broncos have just been unable to get anything going offensively. But now a leadoff base runner in Pino and a 3-0 count here to your cleanup hitter in Lee. Lauren Lee going to be taking all the way. That's in there for a strike. Right down Broadway, 3-1. Activity stirring up in the Bronco bullpen should conditions warrant. Angie Lockhart came in relief of Kira Brock. Here's a pop fly, and it's going to drop out there in front of center field. Pino to second, and back-to-back base hits here for the Broncos. 2 on and nobody down. And a pinch hitter upcoming now for Ana Medeiros, whose game will come to a close. Did the best she could with that hamstring, but just could not get down the first base line. So Ana Medeiros' day comes to a close. And that'll bring up Nicole Halsey now to the plate. Nicole been used as a designated position player at times here for the Broncos throughout the course of this season. Really good base runner and small ball player here for Troy Baker, and comes in with 2 on. And Halsey steps up to the plate. Halsey on the campaign, .212 batting average, 3 runs batted in. And bats with nobody down and 2 on. Halsey looks at that one on the outside. Good plate discipline there from number 4. 2 on, nobody down, as that's the 3rd wide one, and for the first time since the very first inning, Kopitska is struggling with a little command here. 8-1 Broncos trail. Halsey shows bunt, pulls it back. That one comes across the black of the plate, painted on the corner, 3-1. Hitters count here for Nicole. With 2 aboard for the Broncos. Upstairs, Nicole Halsey draws a walk. And the Broncos have them loaded here in the 6th. Half inning away from Dort having the winning run at the third base bag as they tried to run rule the Broncos. And now the Broncos have got them loaded. And we have a pitching change. Dort going to make a call to the circle. We'll tell you all about the pitching change when we return. Bases loaded for the Broncos, but trailing by 7. Top of the 6th when we return.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
Keep it right here. You are listening to Extreme Sports.
Broncos doing their best Gloria Gaynor impression. Surviving here in the 6th. Bases loaded, trailing by 7. And forced Dort to go back to their starter in Game 1 earlier today in Chloe Cruz. Pitched a little bit against the Morningside Mustangs before Morningside started to rough her up a little bit and take her out of the ball game. But the ace in the circle, and she'll try to shut down the Broncos. 12-13 on the campaign, 3.42 ERA, and has 20 complete games tallied on the season, 105 strikeouts. She is a strikeout thrower. And she'll go to work here. Being put in a tough spot. Bases loaded for the Bronx. And it's 6, 7, and 8 due up. A bottom of the order that we've been a big cheerleader of so far this season. For the Broncos, they have come through in our home contest that we've had in the friendly confines at the Bill Smith Softball Complex. In fact, in the on-deck circle, one of the biggest clutch hits of the season came from the bat of Kaiten Kapler. Lexi Mudloff, line drive right back up the middle. It's a one-hopper fielded by Cruz, and it's a double play. What do you do? I mean, my goodness. 1, 2, 3. The count there. Kaiten Kapler will now be up to the plate. It's a 1, 2, 3 double play. I mean, just a one-hopper right back up the middle on a frozen rope. Couldn't have squared it up any better, but it finds the glove of Kapler. She goes home. Not Kapler, Cruz, excuse me. Goes home, touch the plate, fire down to first in time. When it's not your day, it's not your day, but my goodness, one little break, please. Kaiten Kapler now at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position. Cap's going to go out to right field, but there in time is going to be Cox and an F9, and a bases loaded opportunity goes again by the wayside. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left aboard. 6 runners left aboard total for the Broncos. Bottom of the 6th we go. Dort with an 8-1 advantage. You're listening to Bronco Softball, and it's on Extreme Sports.
Sundays are meant for relaxation and indulgence, and there's no better place to do it than at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Enjoy the Sunday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring an irresistible spread of breakfast favorites that will make your taste buds dance. Choose from fluffy pancakes, sizzling bacon, fresh fruits, and so much more. It's all you can eat and everything you could ever want. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill, located at 2017 West 2nd, across from the water park in Hastings.
Keep it right here. You are listening to Extreme Sports.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Dort with the 8-1 advantage. Broncos trying to extend this softball game once again, and every opportunity there in the 6th. The base is loaded, and just another tough break double play. Second double play the Broncos have hit into with the bases loaded here today, and You look at those two swings, I mean, that's a difference maker. Those are just rally killers, and that's a big reason why we're here at this 8-1 spot. Dort with the 7-run advantage, and another reason we're here at the 8-run spot's been who's at the plate right now, Annabelle Hensley. 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, double, a single, and a walk. She has scored twice as well. And the dangerous catcher steps up to the plate. Angie Lockhart continues here in the circle for the Broncos. And off-speed pitch, chop foul. 7-run game here in the bottom of the 6th. Another run would walk it off here for the defenders. Broncos trying to go back to bat. If they get the opportunity to be able to 8-9-1. Due up as the Broncos will try to get a comeback for the ages, but they're going to have to retire Dort first as guess who? Annabelle Hensley has another base hit. She goes 3 for 3 on the day, 2 RBIs.
First baseman number 13, Lauren Steenstra.
As it'll be Steenstra stepping up to the plate. But not before we have a substitution here from Dort. Looks like a courtesy runner coming in. Number 4.
Courtesy runner number 4.
That is going to be Taylor Schneider. Schneider will come in to run here for the catcher Hensley. Reason I'm laughing is they were getting set for a running high five as they were coming across the diamond, and they whiffed on it. Always kind of fun to see the oddities in the softball and baseball diamond. But no time to smile and laugh about it now if you're a Bronco fan. Trailing 7 here in the 6th. Need a double play ball. Need a ground ball. Strikeout, however way you slice it. Just got to cut down this Dort rally here as it's a swing and a miss on a bunt. They're going to throw back to first. They're going to nab the base runner, Schneider, who gets caught way too far off the bag. Looked like it was a bunt, and the runner was going on the pitch, but the bunt attempt misses and small ball fails drastically. Lee with a heads-up fire back down to first as they nab Schneider over there at the first base bag. Great heads-up play from the Bronco catcher. Threw it perfectly, by the way. A little help from the missed bunt here from Steenstra, but nevertheless a great play to fire up that dugout a little bit, and they haven't had a whole lot to cheer about. And that a great defensive play for the Bronco softball team. Chop foul here from Steenstra. We'll get ready to rock and roll again. 1-2 with 1 down. Bottom of the 6th inning. This one's scheduled for 7. Broncos trailing by 7. Rally monkey, rally squirrel, rally cap. Throw it all into the pot. We're going to need every bit of it here if this season is going to continue for HC. Here's the 2-2. Lockhart to Steenstra. Steenstra chops it foul. Again, winner of this contest scheduled to take on Midland University tomorrow at noon. The winner of that matchup to take on Morningside. And if the winner with 1 loss beats Morningside, then they'll have to play the if necessary game. And, oh, by the way, there's rain in the forecast tomorrow. That has been the least shocking thing we've heard all week. Swing and a miss, and Steenstra goes down on strikes. First strikeout of the afternoon for a Bronco pitcher. And it's the senior Angie Lockhart.
Nobody, number 23, Ashton Grissom.
Getting the K there from Lauren Steenstra, and Ashton Grissom now comes to the plate. Two down here in the bottom of the 6th. Broncos looking to get back to the bat rack with one more opportunity to rally. Haven't seen a lot of 7-run comebacks in my day, but on a tournament where just about everything unexpected has become expected, I wouldn't rule it out, gang. We'll just say that. 1-1, 2 down. Here's a 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down count. Lockhart with the off speed. That was a beauty. Oh, baby, that baby crawled in there. Right at the knees. Froze Ashton Grissom, excuse me. And now with the 1-2 advantage, we'll see what Lockhart comes up with. Outside corner, strike 3. Lockhart, back-to-back Ks. A little spark for the Bronco dugout, but they trail by 7 with 3 outs to go. Top of the 7th coming up. Keep it right here to GPAC softball coverage on Extreme Sports.
At Bosselman Energy Companies, we take pride in being a trusted partner to our customers, a strong presence in the communities we serve, and a family business that truly cares. Founded in Grand Island in 1948, Bosselman Energy has grown into a diverse group of companies with locations across the Midwest. We supply local communities with essential petroleum products that fuel farms, power industries, and heat homes. With over 70 years of industry experience, Bosselman Energy remains committed to the principles that have guided us from the beginning, ensuring our continued success for generations to come.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Thank you, Patrick. How about a little Patrick Mahomes magic here for the Hastings College Broncos, trailing at 8-1 here as we begin the top half of inning number 7. 7-run deficit with 8, 9, and 1 due up for Hastings College. Sam Skinner, Shea Storsand, Isabel Tanabe. And Skinner now facing Chloe Cruz, who is coming in relief of Alexa Kapitska, who got roughed up early but then settled in before loading the bases in the 6th and ultimately getting relieved by Chloe Cruz, who is now behind in the count 2-0. Skinner puts it in play. 2 hopper, third base side, 5-3 put out. Sam goes down, 2 outs remaining for Hastings College. Hey, Shea, what do you say? Shea Storsand. Now stepping up to the plate. Shea's 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out to short, and then just an excellent little stab over at the third base bag that robbed a ball down the line on Shea Storsand. Been the story of the ball game, been the story of the season, really, for Hastings College. Just can't come through with the clutch hits at the big time. 2 bases loaded opportunities today, 2 double plays. A 4-2-3 and a 1-2-3. Chopper, third base side. It's going to go in foul territory. Foul ball. Home plate umpire right on top of it. Otherwise, the Bronco faithful that stuck it out here would have been on top of him. Chopped foul. 0-2. 1 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Ball on the outside corner. And I'll bring the count to 1-2. And the delivery, off speed, found back into the netting. Again, at last check, Northwestern was on top of Doane in the if necessary game on the Orange City bracket. Red Raiders trying to play their way up the consolation ladder. No easy task. Should Dordt hang on here against Hastings College, they're going to have to find that out tomorrow, where they'll have to win 3 back-to-back-to-back games. And to win the ladder, I mean, you lose the first game in the consolation ladder, you got to win your elimination game. Then you got to go back up the ladder and win 3 straight. It's no easy task, gang. Pitch in the dirt. Check swing. Check down to third. No swing. Believe that should run it to 3-2. 2-2 or 3-2, Blue? Here's the pitch. Shea Storson, check swing. If I had a batter's eye out in center field, I could tell what the count is. Also, if I was paying attention on my scorebook. Neither of which happened. Chop shot, shortstop side, fielded 6-3. Despite the speed from Shea, can't quite beat it out. And the Broncos are down to their last out here of the ball game and the season in 2025. And it's been a memorable one here on Extreme Sports. The minute that I opened up the spring sports program, took a look at the coaching staff, took a look at this roster, the makeup and the shakeup. This will be a fun team to follow. And they have been that and more. Going to be stranded up in Fremont for 48 hours. There's no better group of people I'd like to be stranded with here in this town than this group right here. Spectacular, gracious host rolled out the red carpet, inviting me to team supper and team lunch today, making me part of their plans and part of their Broncos softball family. Can't ask for that out of from the broadcasting perspective, and you don't get it everywhere. So to Theo, to Little E, Coach Baker, the rest of this Broncos softball family, some of whom are my family, we thank you here from Extreme Sports for bringing us into your living rooms, on the go, wherever you've joined us throughout the course of this season. It's been a blast. We've had heartbreak, we've had joy, we've had head scratchers like we've had today, where the Broncos just couldn't find the mark as Tanabe goes down on strikes and Dordt is going to pick up the victory. Final score here in this one, the Dordt defenders finish off the Broncos 8-1. Broncos got off to a flying start, couldn't find the clutch hit. 8-1 your final in 7, and the Broncos season has come to a close. And after a long, frustrating week of delays, we are coming home. Dordt defenders eliminating the Hastings College Broncos. They'll play tomorrow. And we will come back with a post-game show right after this to wrap up and get you final thoughts on the season and on this ball game. Dordt 8-1. They'll play Midland tomorrow at noon. Right back here from Fremont for Hastings College. The season comes to a close. Ball game is over. Post-game show coming up right around the corner. You're listening to Hastings College Softball, and it's on Extreme Sports.
Industrial Irrigation Services has proudly supplied reliable horsepower to the industrial engine market since 1955. Our entire team is dedicated to fostering long-term relationships with our customers and key suppliers. Honesty and integrity make up the foundation that our business is built upon. Our entire team is ready to deliver the best sales, engineering, parts, and service support you have come to expect over many decades. No matter your industry or the rigorous demands of your application, our team of experts stand ready to serve you. We have been serving our customers and friends for over a half-century, and we look forward to continuing to provide you with the absolute best industrial engine packages and services for generations to come. When you need a solution for your industrial needs, don't just buy horsepower. Invest in reliable horsepower.
You've been listening to Hastings College Softball, brought to you by the Family Medical Center of Hastings, your family's home for health care. By Bob Sass Flowers, 2618 West 2nd, serving Hastings since 1955. By Tom Dinsdale, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, located at 2800 Osborne Drive East in Hastings. By Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill. Enjoy great food, good service, and a warm, friendly atmosphere at 2017 West 2nd. By Ruts Heating and Air, your York Midwest dealer in Hastings and Kearney. By Industrial Irrigation, reliable horsepower since 1955. By Bosselman Energy, a fuel supplier and distributor offering gas, diesel, aviation fuel, biodiesel, ethanol, and propane. By the Livingston Butler Volin Funeral Home and Cremation Center of Hastings. By Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. By Highland Dairy. And by Teammates of Nebraska. Stay tuned. The Bronco Postgame Show is up next on your exclusive home for Bronco Sports. Extreme Sports.
Industrial Irrigation Services has proudly supplied reliable horsepower to the industrial engine market since 1955. Our entire team is dedicated to fostering long-term relationships with our customers and key suppliers. Honesty and integrity make up the foundation that our business is built upon. Our entire team is ready to deliver the best sales, engineering, parts, and service support you have come to expect over many decades. No matter your industry or the rigorous demands of your application, our team of experts stand ready to serve you. We have been serving our customers and friends for over a half-century, and we look forward to continuing to provide you with the absolute best industrial engine packages and services for generations to come. When you need a solution for your industrial needs, don't just buy horsepower. Invest in reliable horsepower. If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years, becoming more than just another bar and grill. It's a Hastings institution. Don't miss Wing Night every Wednesday, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for roasted chicken. Fridays, enjoy the prime rib and seafood buffet. Then savor Bullseye's world-famous prime rib on Saturday. On Sundays, indulge in the brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For over a quarter century, Bullseye's has been the go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Visit Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd in Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
The Bronco Post-Game Show is brought to you by Ruts Heating and Air, your York Midwest dealer in Hastings and Kearney.
Back here from Fremont at Champlin Field, the Broncos falling in an elimination game by the score of 8-1. All told, just inability to get the clutch hits today. A couple bases loaded opportunities, but the Broncos unable to cash in. And the Broncos, after a long week of hurry up and wait and start and stop and trying to stay out of the rain clouds, fell into a hot-hitting Dort team today. Dort unraveling for 4 in the third, and that really kind of the game-changing moment as Dort was able to come through in the clutch moments and picked up a couple RBI doubles. The hot-hitting Annabelle Hensley, player of the game today, as she goes 3 for 3, 2 RBI. She had the big breakthrough hit in the third, and after that, And the writing was on the wall. Dort tacks on a couple more in the latter half of the inning. Again, Hastings College just unable to come through in those clutch moments here today, and those moments that make and break a game, and ultimately, in today's case, make and break a season. For Hastings College, the season comes to a close. Coming into this contest, 2 games over the 500 mark. Coming out of the contest right at the 500 mark, 22-22 on the campaign. So the Broncos season is in the books. Conference tournament comes to a close. They fall here to Dort, who will go on to take Midland tomorrow at noon here from Fremont. The winner of the Dort and Midland matchup to play Morningside in the championship series. They'll have to beat Morningside twice. But it can be done. Northwestern coming through the consolation ladder as they knock off Doane by the score of 11-2. Had to beat the Doane College Tigers twice. Doane winning the first 2 rounds yesterday and coming in as the 4 seed, officially the 8 seed in the conference. Doane was sitting in a great spot. A 2-0 advantage in their respective division. But the Tigers fall today to the Red Raiders as Northwestern sweeps the Tigers in the championship series to come back and win the Orange City bracket. So Northwestern moving on. They'll play in the GPAC championship Saturday. There's still a lot to be decided here in the Fremont side, and one of those decisions is Mother Nature. They'll have to battle that out tomorrow and hope to avoid the rain should they crown a champion here in Fremont. But the Dort knocking off and defeating Hastings College here today as our post-game show coverage continues here on Extreme Sports. In a minute, we'll get some final thoughts here from Fremont as we roll along here on the broadcast. 8-1, Broncos falling here to Dort this evening. More coming up right after this.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
You are listening to Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports.
Well, for Hastings College, the season has come to a close. 22-22 overall on the season as they fall to Dort tonight and take a look at the Husker volleyball bus that's making its way. They're playing in Ord this weekend. Nevertheless, Hastings College falling to Dort, and the softball season has come to a close, and the handshakes and the hugs and the memories made on what has been a very fun 2025. And for all of the parents, grandparents, family afar that has been listening in, this has been an absolute pleasure of mine and my broadcast buddy Marcus Metcalf, who joins me for our home contest this season. We've had the absolute pleasure of following you guys, the accessibility and the red carpet that you have rolled out for us each and every contest that we have broadcast has been nothing short of spectacular, and a very humble thank you for all of your hours that you've spent listening to us throughout the spring, and we cannot wait to do it again next season. This has been an absolute blast. Can't wait to do it again next year. So for all of us at Extreme Sports, our sports director and CEO, Mike Will, IT man Shaner, Marcus Metcalf, my broadcast.